of 3 4-man stuns, objective steals. This Petrify, this ultimate from Medusa is going to be something to be watching out for.
Well, I'm excited to kick this off. We don't want to sit up here on Picks and Bans any longer. We're going into game number 1 of the kickoff tournaments, Leviathans versus the Valkyries.
And what a great one to start off. You got the world champions in the Leviathans against the new kids on the block here with the Valhalla Valkyries. It's Jim.
Blast beforehand, and after that, it's pretty easy to lock down someone who's polymorphed.
Shinto, a bit of danger, but he's got the silence. Got a spirit ball to stun out Benny. A blink in from Panatom will chase him in with the turtle form. Benny knocked up. Benny falling low, but Panatom doesn't quite have the damage. Needs the pin. Will find it. First blood goes to the Leviathan's jungle.
You got to put some respect on that Erlong Shen early on, and this is an Erlong that has not gone for that complete early aggression. This is not a Mannequin Scepter, so even incredibly easy. But as far as the 1v1 is concerned, you're not winning those.
Zapman turned around and took that Petrify. Very risky. Speaking of riskier, Aquarius up against 3 does find the stun on Panatom. Yu will hold on to that tower. Pulls Aqua in. Pin from Panatom is good.
Yikes.
And the slows to lock him down. Panatom strikes again.
The Leviathans are just choosing their spots so well on the map. Zapman in some trouble here. Gamma, I like this itemization for him. There's really no trade that's going to be good for Wowie.
Pull in by Yu. Dharmic Pillars and the Grasp of Death now from Benny Q will only lock down Panatom. Panatom is going to go right back in. Ultimate in from the support, not quite enough. Panatom, though, is the one to grab it. It's a killing spree to start the game for the jungler. Leviathans off to a tear already.
They really are, man. Valkyries, they're privy to it. They've got Oracle Vision.
Gold Fury down to half. Gamma and Wowie are here. Wowie, though, has got to use the Petrify if he wants to seal it, but it's too little too late. They at least get one out of there. Panatom does go down to Benny Q, but it's the Leviathans with the Gold Fury.
Zapman drops the ultimate, trying to peel out for Panatom. Does connect, but not in time. That Erlang Shen will trade out his life, and that is a large bounty over to the Valhalla Valkyries. Every single kill has gone to Panatom so far.
Zapman's got a box out against 2, but now he's got some backup with Yu. Yu does pick up Wowie, throws him in, trembled in place, and the slow in from that Astrolabe is keeping Wowie down, but Gamma has got separated and taken out. Zapman can finally put himself on the board.
So can I get a look at Shinto's level priority here? That's at least Celestial Legion Helm early on. So that poke play style that Kirmi would love to play, where it's just pounce claw, going to be harder to execute.
Panatom in danger here. Benny Q with the big burst on the mid lane. Mage will find another kill onto Panatom. So far, Benny Q's been the one finding the big success on the damage department for the Valhalla Valkyries here. 2 up for him. Will keep his team alive here, though, on the Ganeshes, at least slowing him down, to say the very least here. And I know we were getting some level priority on Shinto, and we can see how much damage he's swinging for. Yu going for a pincer maneuver. Gamma is just getting soloed by this mage. Dharmic Pillar is through, but the pull in by Yu, and another Spirit Ball. Gamma is going to go down to the circle of protection out of Shinto. Kirmi, goodbye, not a chance to stay in this fight.
Man, the Leviathan, Shinto's just doing it on his own at this point. Gamma did not have the proper response there. Once he takes that initial burst of damage, it's dash out time. It's not dash in, not at this kind of depth, like 350, which is a lot at this portion of the game.
It's a ton. Zapman takes the 1v1 up against Wowie. Will turn away from the Petrify, but then Panatom sneaks self in, takes that kill away from Zapman, and we'll put a 7th one now on the board for the Leviathans. Kirmi's going to try, but Kirmi is only a level up on Yu and is doing basically no damage to him at this point. Benny Q in danger by Panatom, will trade out in a 1-for-1. It's Kirmi who gets the credit for the kill onto Panatom. But at this point, I mean, Panatom level 14 on this Erlong Shen, 6 kills to his name, and you got Shinto as backup right here on this. That Pyromancer is just about to come back up. So Leviathans could just march there, or maybe just march right in for an extra kill of their own. Beats by Zapman, some big damage onto Gamma. Aqua, though, finds 3 with the ultimate and throws it through, but Spirit Ball is keeping the team alive. No, Zapman goes down. Benny Q credited to the kills. Gamma yanked back in by that gravity pull, but not much more beyond there. But the Valkyries have at least been able to strike back.
The 3-time, feeling himself a little bit too much, is going to make it a lot harder for the Leviathans to find some of these dives. That said, I don't think it's going to be that hard as long as that fight comes soon. The Valhalla Valkyries still waiting on some of those major cooldowns.
Yu doesn't get to pick anybody up with the gravity pull this time. Finds Gamma the 2nd time around, and Gamma is just gone. Yu credited to the kill. Circle of protection won't save Zapman, but he'll make sure that Wrong You can get some of that health back. Wowie low, Wowie's gonna Aegis and Beads, but right as that Aegis expires, Shinto gets him with the Spirit Ball.
Kirmi, Benekyu, and Aquarius, the sole remaining members of the Valhalla Valkyries on retreat, and Aquarius might not count himself amongst them soon.
Thrown against the wall, will find the leap, but a better pin, and the gravity right after by Wrong You will take down the solo laner, and I'm not even sure if this tier 2 is enough of a safe haven for Benny and Kirmi. Thankfully for them, the Leviathans will show a little mercy.
Yeah, thankfully for them, the Fury's still up, where the Leviathans very well could have kept up that dive. Primal going to fall down, Yarkor acting as goaltender just in case. I don't think he needed to, though. No way. Benekyu and Gamma were going to step up. Leviathans will take more and more control of the map. Or they might just do it all in one fell swoop. Fire Giant's burning so fast.
These big crits out of Satman, plus
That's
the
it.
circle of protection. There's no chance this Fire Giant goes to the Valkyries. That one goes down swiftly to the Leviathans. Panatom low, that ultimate will heal him back up, but Aqua is stuck inside
happens?
that Gamma Ray burst. Zatman will get one, but Kirmi will trade out and take out Zatman on his own. Wrong You dashing through, Benny by himself up against two, and he will go down. Shinto with the big damage, and now it's just Gamma to fight up against him, but look at the damage that Shinto and Yarkor outputted. Gamma will not go anywhere. It's a double to Shinto and a deicide for the Leviathans.
I think Shinto landed about 4 Spirit Balls throughout the duration of that team fight, and everyone was doing like 50% of whoever connected with. Upwards of like 3,000–4,000 damage output from this E-set alone in that engagement. The Valhalla Valkyries crumble under that aggression, and the Leviathans with Fire Giant on 4, barring their ADC, might just go for the end here.
They could here. It's still 12 seconds before Wowie comes back up. A couple of towers will make this Titan a little bit tankier. Wowie does have ult as soon as that comes back up for him, but he's still 3 seconds out. Titan is going down quickly. Half health, Wowie on the respawn. Now will throw that Petrify. Does hit quite a few, does some big damage, but Circle of Protection is back up. That's going to be game number 1 going to the Leviathans.
J-Mac, the analysis, I think, is simple.
And they're just going to kind of lightly tap each other for a few levels. Yeah, maybe we'll see some spice over there in the duo lane. Maybe it'll be something spicy happen over in the mid lane. Again, I'm keeping my eyes on this Raw, despite the fact that maybe it's not against the Tiamat specifically that is going to happen. I think a good Raw shot onto the Susanoo. Who knows what'll happen? Who knows what the Valkyries have to offer here as we jump into game number 2, Leviathans versus Valks.
Valks definitely need a pick up here to take game number 2 and see if they can bring themselves back in this set up against the world champs of the Leviathans. Game 1 was a rather swift victory there for the Leviathans, to say the least. Pretty easy performance up out of here.
Whoever you're anti-healing, so I think you're just right to do so. It's pretty easy for him to say, hey, all right, I'm engaging, and Yamoja just can't be choosy with the heals.
Damage in the mid lane. Benekyu gets pulled in. A leap in by Shinto. Benekyu's going low, and the knock up after will be enough to take him down. First blood goes to the Poison Red, but Panatom is low, and Kirmi with a double dash will strike it right back.
Panatom, no respect with that positioning, just walks back up, did not have any ability. Pressure that the Valkyries do establish for themselves opens up the door for just this. Purple buff invade attempt.
Similar to Izanami, Ram is able to clear out these minions pretty easily with his autos. Instead, it's just going to be a trade between supports and hunters, but Zatman's on the wrong side of the fight. Good belly flop, though, from Wrong You. Holds him out, and a late beads from Wowie may have just spelled the difference between a kill and a drop.
Man, Wowie just tries to walk past Wrong You, realizing, hey, I've got Viper Shot ready.
Benny?
Meanwhile, Benny in mid, before I can even break down the fight, falls down to Panatom yet
again. Relics. Pretty much same state here, though we'll be coming back up a little bit sooner for the Leviathans. Only a few more seconds on that Cursed Dong. Beads for Zatman are still down, but Panatom is here to save the day. Gamma can't find it in, but a Petrify around the corner of the wall from Wowie will find a trade-out kill, support for Hunter, but Wowie in danger, needs some help. Luckily, he's got Kirmi as backup.
All Kirmi has to do is show face, and that's enough.
Now, we will be able to jump right back in. Wowie already with a Petrify up on Zatman, but that roll will be able to get Zatman right back to safety. No problem, no harm, no foul, except for Wrong You, who's left in up against three.
Big.
Kill goes to the Valkyries. Can they find anything on the back end for the Leviathans here? Wowie falls down to half health. Panatom charges up the Typhoon, and now that Shinto is rotated in, it's curtain calls for Wowie. He goes down. It's now 1 kill up in a trade out for the Leviathans.
Benekyu able to confirm the purple buff and put some significant damage into Panatom. That should be the stopper.
Yarkor, who is just holding W key against this team, but up against Aquarius, he's not going to get as much value from that heal. Leap in from Aqua to get himself out. Gamma now belly flopped in, falling low. But that ultimate from the Nemesis might be holding him out for a while. Yarkor up with the bat out of hell. Needs a lot of damage to take out Gamma, but he misses, and instead, it's going to be Shinto to pick up the pieces right after. But
Nice
BennyQ with a big snipe to take down Yark. But unfortunately for him, it's Shinto and Panatom to seal the deal here and take out 3.
The Leviathans, that was a long fight. That was not, hey, we're looking to defend the gold for you. The Leviathans take that one easily.
Panatom pulled just off the mark because of the beads from Benny. Panatom will dash his way out. Snipe from Benny just a little off the mark. Shinto will leap in place for Reverse Rebuke. Will lock down Shinto, but Shinto is not concerned at all in that quadrupedal stance.
Whoa!
But Wowie finds the 1v1 up against Zapman.
Create space around the Pyro. Wowie can do this all over again.
We get to see the actual 1v1, and Wowie
Simple.
just outboxed him. Plain and simple, clear as day. I mean, losing the latter half. Okay, maybe not as much now. We kind of gassed him up a little bit right at the start of that fight. He was really manhandling
for his defense. No real dedicated tank items means that it's going to generally just be Rongu starting these fights.
Zapman surrounded by 4, rolls out, gets to the sky, but how much time will that buy him, as now all 5 of the Valks are here to shut down the 3-time. They said, not this time, Zapman, you're not coming through. But with Shinto rotating over, Valkyrie's got to be a little bit more careful. Aqua will make sure to keep the mid laner out, and this Cerberus is swinging pretty hard up against our mid laner. Shinto will have to use the beads to get away.
Aqua went massive there. That was a great play just to buy time for this left side push. Forcing out those bees means that Shinto is going to play very safe in the near future. This is a huge push for the Valks.
BennyQ holding down with that heal in the tower, but Gamma is falling low, eating one too many tower shots. That shield is not enough health for him, and instead it's Yarkor to clean things up. First kill goes to the solo. Second kill goes to the solo. Can he make it? A 3-piece, throws out the bats, and the autos after. It's a triple kill for Yarkor.
The Leviathans will not make it easy for you, despite everything lining up so well for the Valhalla.
It will be a Fury going to the Leviathans, but Aqua has shown up, throwing some damage out at just Yarkor. Shinto leaps away, and Aqua will go in. That's the gas pedal for the Valkyries. He'll find 2 with the elbow. Will not pull anybody. BennyQ with the Celestial Beam will find 1. Gamma with the Rivers gets another one, but Rongu can at least hold them out and get 1 kill up for the Leviathans to start.
Panatom still hovering nearby, no ultimate available. Yarkor forced to go up into the air just to escape. I'm thinking whoever BennyQ connects with is going to be feeling it in the rest of that engagement.
Zapman caught out by the Riptide, has to ult right as the fight starts, but gets caught by the River's Rebuke right after Aegis's to buy some time, but it's not enough time. It's Aqua time right now. He'll find 1 to start this fight out.
Gamma's ultimate was so clean there. Sure, buy some time in the air, land in a cage, and that's exactly what Zapman does. 40 seconds to think about his transgressions. The Valhalla Valkyries pull out the Fire Giant.
We'll start it up here. Aqua just zoning while the Pyromancer goes down instead. So the Valkyries try and scrape up a little bit of extra gold. And these are Riptides from Gamma. What started the fight just a moment ago, continuing to buy extra time for the Valkyries. Still 20 seconds, though, before Zapman is up. And the Valkyries will start up the Fire Giant. Rongu is here, but it could just be a bait from the Valks to see who they can pull forward. The answer is Rongu, who's belly flopped himself in place, but Aqua is getting shredded by the backliner. Shinto finds 1. Rongu with a big intoxicating Yarkor diving into the backline. Now bat out of hell, but he's not going to find any big targets out of this one. He'll swipe through 3, and Gamma all by himself in the back gets taken out by Panatom. Pull in by Panatom, finds Benny for the double.
Man, and it's not over just yet. Wowie gonna drop the Aegis. We used to call that the Zapman Aegis. This time, it goes over to Wowie. He loses out on that relic and his life immediately afterward.
Once again, with that Bracer of Brilliance. Fully upgraded shells on both sides. One of them will try and get them out of these Umoja walls. Aquarius in the backline to separate the carries out from this Fire Giant, but BennyQ has been isolated by Rongu, by Yarkor. Zapman able to find 1. Panatom takes down Kirby. It's Wowie and Gamma left, and they don't have much time left on this earth. It'll be Wowie going down, Panatom with a double of his own, and the Leviathans can close out game number 2 and the set with a deicide on the Valks.
It ends looking a lot like game 1 did, but you got to talk about the path that got us here, and I would argue the Valhalla Valkyries made major adaptations off of just 1 game in the SPL. That is their first SPL tier match so far this year, and I think they look pretty strong lining up against the world champions.
Yeah, Titan does not stand a chance here with the minion wave in. The Leviathans can close out this set and put their first win of the board here for the SPL in Season 9, though it won't affect them too much more beyond here.
It's just a
It's at
kickoff.
least a nice little kickoff to get them started and get their hopes ready for Season 9.